Good morning, Lunchkins. Hopefully, you are doing well. Hopefully, you are doing good. This morning, what I chose to do is a mindfulness meditation practice with you all. There is a particular way in which people do mindful meditation. I don't think is a right or wrong way to do it because I think you have to make sure you focus it in on what you want to focus it in on, but you definitely want to practice with mindfulness meditation is meditating on something you're trying to specifically be mindful of, whether it's something you specifically are trying to bring forth or something you're trying to release and get rid of. So with mindfulness meditation, the difference of the matter is you want to make sure you're mindful. Okay. um, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and create our space because that's going to be the most important part when you talk about mindfulness meditation is that you have to create a healthy space. Usually that's a quiet place. That's a place where you feel comfortable. That's a place where maybe you have the greatest feeling. But either way, you definitely want to do some mindful meditations. Usually, it doesn't take very long. You can decide how long you want it to be, how short you want it to be, how many times that you do it. You can do it literally from your desk at your work. You don't have to have the full throttle atmosphere, but it depends on how much of an impact you want it to make. That's going to depend on the type of space that you are in. Okay. So, everybody's a little bit different. For me, myself personally, I do like aromatherapy, so I like the room to smell a certain way, and so I put in my wallflowers, of course, or I actually use my aromatherapy system. Then I also like to create the space when it comes to the meditation music, because to me, binary beats and all different sounds and the wavelength of sound, it really helps for you to hone in and to focus in when you're talking about meditation. The next thing is incense. I like incense. I like variations of incense, lavender, eucalyptus. I love incense, and so I'm going to use incense. I won't worry to do aromatherapy. My system, I'll actually let the wallflower continue to do that as it does it for the room every day. Once we have did 10 deep breaths in, 10 deep breaths out, okay? When you do your deep breaths in, you're just taking in up into the chest as much as you can take, and then you're releasing, okay? You could either be releasing something that you no longer want, someone you no longer want to attach energy to, or you could be mindfully meditating when you're releasing on something you want to come in. So, like if you're wanting more peace and more sustainability, more happiness, you're going to release that. Okay. You're going to release that out. You're going to let the world know, like the atmosphere, I know what I want. This is what I want. So it isn't always about releasing to get rid of. Sometimes it's releasing to create. So that's what we're going to do. You don't have to say it. The 10 things that you want, you don't have to say them out loud. You kind of internalize them, meaning you start from the inner frame, and that's where you do your releasing. Are you ready? I'm totally ready. It may take me a minute to get started. So if you are doing the mindfulness meditation with me this morning, get to you a space, get to you a place, get to you an area somewhere where it's quiet. Okay. And we're going to begin. Let me get things set up for us here. All right, are you ready? We are going to start our breaths, okay? Remember, we're taking 10 of them. So I want you to think of 10 things that you are willing to breathe in for and then release, okay? 10 things. If you are even wanting to focus on just one thing 10 times to make sure that you maximize the power, that's totally fine too. All right, you ready? I'm going to use my fingers to keep up with our number of breaths and our number of releases. All right, let's go. How did that feel? Did that feel good? Oh, so I love my morning meditation. And I'm going to tell you, when it comes to mindfulness meditation, you can take as long as you need. Sometimes you can do more breaths. Okay, you can be consistent in doing 30 breaths a morning, and you can consistently think of 30 different things. Or you can do, again, one thing 10 times, one thing 30 times. It just depends on you. Now, I am an active person who believes in prayer first thing in the morning and meditation right after. If I have that kind of time, I make sure to stay in my sacred space and I do it. But if I don't have that kind of time, I still do it, whether in the car on my way to work, at work in a quiet space. But it's extremely important to me. Okay, I'm not going to leave you just yet. I'm going to choose an animal for you to behave like today. Why is that important? We can actually learn a lot from animals that are around us. A lot of the behaviors in which they portray, we also as humans could learn a lot to portray. Um, and I think it's amazing because that's them in their element every single day doing the things that we know that they can do. All right, no different for us. I'll at least give you this to leave with, huh? You ready? I see what your animal is for today. Yay. So befitting. It's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. Busy as all get out, playful as all get out. But for the squirrel, the message is believe in yourself. Anything that you want to do, you can do, regardless of who says that you can't, regardless of who doesn't believe in you. You believe in you. So as long as you keep that mindset, be like the squirrel. You know, the one thing I do love about a squirrel too is that a squirrel goes through hibernation, no different than a bear and a fox, and that a squirrel actually takes all of these nuts and they put them within their mouth, right, as storage. So for you, your inspiration is make sure that you are storing up for something that it is you're trying to do, something is that you're wanting to do, something that you're already doing. Make sure that you're storing up the information that you need, or the money that you need, or the time that you need, or the energy, the resource, whatever it is you're needing. Make sure you're storing it so that when it's time for you to produce and to do what you need to do, you'll have everything that you need. Again, I hope that you go out this morning. I hope that you go out this afternoon and even over in the evening. And I hope that you are believing in yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.